Honorable Justice Thipse, Mr. Shailesh Gandhi, Mr. Thorat, the speakers of the day, Raman Jokhakar, the anchor of the Samvad today and the past president of the society, Manish Sampath, Vice President, Mir Seth, Joint Secretary, seniors and friends. A very warm good evening to all of you. It's on behalf of the Bombay Chartered Accountants Society and the BCAS Foundation. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to each one of you present in person as well as those watching this entire event live on Courseplay. RTI is one of the aspects which has been very close to the society and the foundation's hearts. The Supreme Court ruling delivered by Justice Matthews in the Raj Narayan case way back had recognized that all information must be shared to the citizens of the country, except only in certain very important situations which may have an impact on the national security. But the fundamental question which arises is, are we all using this potent tool to its fullest? Are we using it appropriately? Are we aware of the latent power of this tool in the modern era where information is the key? Do we know to what extent is the government accountable to an individual when he files an application for an RTI? What happens to the recent decisions of the Supreme Court wherein the right of privacy is also identified as an important fundamental right of citizens? Does it contradict the right to information in any manner? To what extent can the government deny providing information about civil servants, official actions, corruption charges, transfers, etc. in the name of right to privacy? We clearly see that there is a need of there's a disconnect and there's a need of a samvad. As far as RTI is concerned, the journey of BCAS goes way back to the days of our beloved past president, late Sri Narayan Bhai Verma. During the early days of RTI, he took a lot of efforts and initiatives individually as well as through the society and the foundation by holding various seminars and awareness programs on RTI. Also, we had booklets on RTI and we have a RTI clinic which is even running right now. So RTI has been very close to the entire aspect of knowledge spread which the society is primarily engaged in. And it is in befitting that occasion that we have a periodic dialogue, a periodic exchange of thoughts on topics which are relevant to this very important tool. And that is where we have a samvad like this, wherein we will be brainstorming on certain recent developments of RTI, and we are really blessed to have a very good panel of eminent personalities amongst us. I once again welcome Justice Thipse, Shailesh Gandhi, and Mr. Thorat for this discussion which we are going to have today. The detailed structure of this entire event is being anchored by Mr. Raman Jokhakar, who is a past president of the society, a very keen follower of the developments in the field of RTI, and the current editor of the BCA journal. We welcome you, Raman, also to this forum. And I will not introduce Raman because he is a well-known and a beloved past president of our society. Just a few years back, he had been a president and very active. Without really spending too much time, I'll straight away request Raman to introduce the dignitaries on the dais today and then to conduct the further activities as he would feel appropriate. Raman, please.
Thank you, Sunil, and good evening, friends. Good evening. It's very nice to see some old faces here after quite some time. At least I'm meeting them after a long time. Like Sunil said, when Narayan Bhai was there, we used to have really amazing events on RTI, and particularly in my term, he had promised we'll get you two best people, and he got them both. And so I'm really looking forward to this Samvad. Uh, like Sunil said, RTI is one of the finest laws that we have, which arms the citizen with some power as a citizen. And like the axiom goes, that sunlight is the best disinfectant. And perhaps RTI does that work of the sunlight. Therefore, Obviously, it is also susceptible to some threats. It is susceptible to probably its dilution, because there is always the other side who doesn't like that much that much sunlight. There are also people who may use it and may seem like misusing it. So, like with everything, there are many facets to a particular law which has great motive behind it. Recently, RTI has been subjected to various determinations, and particularly by the highest court in India. And it seems like it's important that we have a samvad, a conversation, a dialogue, a debate, some thought-provoking words that will come from our three experts this evening, where we can talk about what's happening right now. And we'll also have time for question and answer. I would like to introduce three of our panelists who don't actually need a real introduction. Sailesh Bhai is our beloved former Central Information Commissioner. You see him quite a bit, and he has been very vocal and emphatic about RTI. Justice Thipse on his left. He is a retired judge of the High Court, and he's a very, very knowledgeable person, and we are really glad to have him come here and spare this time for us. And Mr. Thorat is a former Advocate General of Maharashtra, and he is presently a senior counsel. We are very delighted to have you with us, sir. I would request on behalf of all of us, Manish Sampath, our Vice President, to present a token of our affection and regard to all the three dignitaries. We'll straight away begin, and the proceedings will be of this order. We'll have each of the speaker speak for about 15 minutes. Thereafter, we'll have some moderated discussion amongst the panelists. And in the last part, we would love to have questions from this august audience being posed to this our experts here. So I would request first Sailesh Bhai to begin, and we'll take it from there.